Today I want to talk about the Corpse Guild and the Iron Guild from House of Faith and House of Shadow respectively. So let's get started. The Corpse Guild from House of Faith is a guild which deals in the corpses of people in Necromunda. If you know, they basically turn people into food. It's a bit like the Silent Green thing. They call it corpse starch, which basically I think it turns them into basically nutrient wafers for people to eat. This is rather grim, but this is Warhammer 40,000 or Necromunda, and things are grim. The Corpse Guild is basically, what bonuses does it give you? It enables you to re-roll on the lasting injuries table. It has all the same rules as previous guilds, for example, whether they help you on a 9 or below, or 10 above they don't. Again, the same is whether the gang is helpful for their raid or not. It's adding the reputation to that. The stats, I've put them on the screen now. So what special rules do they have? Well, the Corpse Guild has this one still moving. Basically, you re-roll basically, when you get a critical injury on people you've taken out and people on your own side, on a roll of a 6, change the result to memorable death. The fighter is removed, but weapons and war gear are kept by the gang, basically. A band apart, they look after their own, here to help. That rules about them being part of the crew for setup. So basically, if you're in a scenario which only enables you to take a certain amount of figures, they don't count for that. You get them in addition. Group activation, they look after their own with the leader rules and champion rules for the Power Consort and the Bone Scriber respectively. The Corpse Grinders are indentured fighters, which means if both the Power Consort and the Bone Scriber are taken out, they run away. What weapons do they have? The Power Consort has a las pistol, fighting knife, melee skull, respirator, mesh armor. Bone Scriber has a stiletto knife, gun skull, respirator, cult icon. Both Corpse Grinders are armed with chain glaives and equipped with flak armor. They don't have the masks that the Corpse Grinder cult has, so make note. Skills. Power Consort has Fearsome Overseer. They only use Overseer on their own, of course. Bone Scriber has Fearsome. Both Corpse Grinders have Crushing Blow. That's the Corpse Guild. How do they rate in respectively? The Corpse Harvesting Party or the Corpse Guild are one of the worst ones because you can lose gang members because of them, basically. And that's a bit of an irritation. Again, you're forced to go on guard duty for certain scenarios. You're locked into certain scenarios. I don't like the way these guilds work, and I've made my opinions quite clear on that in previous videos. Moving on from House of Faith, we go to House of Shadow. House of Shadow is the Guild of Iron. Guild of Iron basically isn't like the other guilds. It just gives you D3 plus 2 Hive Scum and enables you to reduce costs of trading post weapons by D3 times 10. You can test the alliance for an increased reduction by D3 times 20 to a minimum of 5 credits. However, this is only ranged weapons. Right, so the Wandering Scum is basically the people that you get that basically the Iron Guild send to you. It's the same D6 plus reputation thing. Drawbacks, guard duty, militia surplus. Okay. So during the post-battle sequence, when the gang's roster, any weapons or war gear carried by dead fighters are basically those who die on your side and those who you capture and you decide to kill are automatically taken away by the Iron Guild. They don't give any money for it, you don't keep them. This is the worst part about the Iron Guild. The Scum can be okay depending on how you hire them. Again, I don't like the way they work now. I've talked about that previously. So that's it. That's all the rules for them, because you're basically just using hired scum. And yeah, that's it. How do they rank? The discount to range weapons is okay. But the drawbacks, again, you lose your weapons and you can lose some expensive stuff with them. Okay, you do get some discounts on weapons, ranged weapons, but in my opinion, it's not worth it. They're literally the worst of the guilds, in my opinion. Even worse than the other ones that force you to take certain scenarios. These force you to take the same scenarios and you lose any gear that you have off dead fighters, which you could pass on to other people. It's just not worth it. I would really not bother. Or ally with a different guild if you were Delac. Yeah, so that's it. That's the two guilds from House of Shadow and House of Faith. A little bit of a short video, but thank you all for your time. Do take care of yourselves, and bye bye.